Keys to confidence. Now that word confidence, when it leaves my body, vibrates through the air and connects to your eardrum, what do you feel? What does the word confidence make you feel? Do you feel like you embody the word confidence? Do you feel like, I don't want to have anything to do with confidence? Or do you feel, I don't even know what that means? I ask you in the Zoom audience, can someone raise their hand and tell me what confidence makes them feel? Anyone, please, let me know what confidence feels like to you.
Inner strength.
Inner strength. That is a fantastic feeling. Okay, surrender.
I'll say, I can do it. That's
I
confidence.
can do it. Excellent. And finally, I will ask Kushbol, what does confidence mean to you?
I am good enough.
I am good enough. Fantastic answers, all of them. And yes, they compromise exactly what confidence is. The definition of confidence in the Merriam-Webster dictionary is the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something, also known as firm trust. However, having confidence in one area does not always mean that it will translate to the other. When I thought of this series, this keynote series, my mind started to wonder, what would I speak about? And then I thought to myself, what do people ask me about? I've had someone say, Hope, you appear so confident. Hope, I would love to speak with the confidence that you have. Hope, how did you acquire all this confidence? Eureka, that was it. I present to you Hope, the confidence coach. And during my time on stage, I will provide you with 4 elements that you will take with you for the rest of your life. That will be the checklist to bring confidence out of you at any moment. It all starts somewhere, right? Let me tell you about my story with confidence. Now, Rupinder, you may or may not believe this, but there is a time that I might not have been such the confident speaker that stands before you today. I know. Don't faint. I know you can't believe it. Unfortunately, I was not born this way. I remember where it came from. My father is a great orator. If I knew I was getting in trouble, just the sheer speech that my father was going to give me would make me shake in my boots. I remember being on the couch and hearing him reprimand me and saying, Hope, blah, blah, blah. But those words actually meant something. They stood out to me. I always wondered, how can I resonate with that same voice that he has within myself? Well, around 8 or 9 years old, I was working in my father's office. Please don't tell anyone, it was a bit of child labor, but most of us who are children of entrepreneurs were used for our profitable and free skills. So I would come into the office, me at 9 years old, ready to spend the day with my father. It could be stuffing envelopes. It could be filing cabinets. But my father wanted to focus on one thing: my voice. I remember him saying, Hope, come, have a seat. Okay. So I sat in front of the telephone. Now, for some of you, cold calling may not be a skill you're familiar with. Some of you who worked in offices may know the skill of cold calling. What cold calling is simply calling potential customers. As I reminded you, I'm 9 years old. Therefore, my phone etiquette was relatively elementary. I remember my father saying, "So show me how to make a call." "Okay, Dad." "Hi, this is Hope calling from First Heritage Insurance, and I would like to see if you would like an update on your insurance policy." "Hang up the phone, Hope." "What?" "Hang up the phone, Hope." Okay. That's where it started. My father sat me in a chair in front of him in his office and had me call a potential customer. Frightened, I did not know what to say. But alas, this is where the teaching came in. The first thing my father said was, "Take a deep breath." The way you feel, even though the person on the other side of the phone cannot see you, they can hear it in your voice. So Hope, believe that customer wants to speak to you. "Okay, Dad." Now, before you pick up the receiver to make another call, I want you to smile. "Dad, why am I smiling?" I want you to smile because when you smile, that translates through the phone. Your words vibrate differently when you're smiling compared to when you're not. Okay, so I'll smile. Little bit of confidence was grown in that moment. Hope, while you're on the phone with the customer, take your time. There's no need to rush. If they want to hang up, they'll just hang up. But when you rush your words, the person listening feels like you don't want to be there speaking to them. Okay, smile. Slow down. Know that I deserve to be here on the phone in this moment. Within weeks, I went from that scared 9-year-old to, "Good afternoon, this is Hope Williams calling from First Heritage Insurance. Who am I speaking with?" "Hi, Barbara. I hope you're enjoying your day. I'm just calling to see if you're happy with your current insurance policy." What I just demonstrated to you was the few lessons that my father taught me about confidence while speaking. I took this phone etiquette and carried it with me throughout life. Therefore, this is where I acquired a lot of my information. Through my time doing child labor, I have been able to take this one skill and turn it into something that is measurable, that is teachable, and that is a skill that will take us all through life. With confidence, I will now break it down into 4 very easy to remember modules. Care. Care. With each letter having its own assignment. Now, let me share with you one other thing. 79% of individuals from the ages of 28 to 52 don't feel confident throughout the day. Confidence is fluid. Confidence changes in the moment, in the hour, during the course of the day. Start your day, start your mission, or start your speech with the confidence that you will need to bring you all the way through. C, check yourself. Check in with yourself. Do you remember that first time you had to stand up in front of an audience and speak? Do you remember the nerves you felt? Do you remember the inconsistencies in your words? Visualizing, oh, this is all going to go terribly. Well, you had already checked in with yourself. You had already checked yourself and tuned into what you were feeling. However, in this case, with my C, meaning check yourself, check in with yourself, it's more so of checking into what you're feeling and then navigating with that. Public speaking is one of the biggest fears in the world. Most people would rather run naked in a public place than to get on stage and speak. When I instruct you to check in with yourself, I ask you, really sit for 3 seconds. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? And what does this mean? For example, what am I feeling while I'm here on the stage? Well, if you ask me, I'm always feeling calm, cool, and collected. However, let's say you are feeling nervous. Being nervous and being excited in our brain are actually the same wirings that our brains feel. So if we check in with ourselves and we feel that we're nervous for what we are about to do, the only difference is telling ourselves what we are feeling. Instead of saying, I am nervous, I cannot do this, I remind you to say, I am excited and I can do this. We check in with ourselves because we need to remind ourselves who we are. We need to remind ourselves that we are bigger than any fear that may be lurking around the corner. And it's not going to take you out. This is a skill. It must be practiced. The more that we practice it, the easier it comes. Therefore, when you're about to go into that meeting, give the presentation, or speak in front of an audience of 10,000, check in with yourself. Take care of yourself and check for yourself. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? I'm feeling this because I'm about to walk on a stage in front of people I don't know. That's okay. That is expected. However, I know I will do this, and I know I will do this successfully. Check in with yourself. And again, by checking in, you ask yourself, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? And how do I want to feel? That's the C in care. So you've asked yourself, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? What do I want to feel? I may be nervous, but that's okay. I'm nervous because I'm about to walk onto stage and I can do this. That leads us to A, your appearance. Your appearance when presenting, embodying this confidence means everything. Now, I don't mean go and get that fancy suit Or this tie that everyone may say, this is the tie to buy. No, by appearance, I mean one of your favorites. Now, everyone in this room may be familiar with the color I'm wearing. Red is my power color. It is my superwoman color. And this is a part of my appearance that is my secret armor. It may not be red. It may be your favorite color. It may be your favorite hairstyle. It may even be your favorite fragrance. But whatever that one favorite thing is, put it on. This is a superpower that you know. This is a superpower that will lead you to connect to that inner confidence that's there. Our appearance dictates how we maneuver in the world. There are statistics that say within 7 seconds of viewing someone's appearance, the opposite person has immediately made a judgment. What judgment have you made for yourself when you have your power color on, or your power outfit, or your power hairstyle? You see, this is the second component of confidence, showing up with that secret armor. When I'm in red, I feel unstoppable. I feel like I am the professional. And I feel like I am the success that you are waiting to see. Therefore, within our confidence, we always want to feel like the confidence we have inside. So we started with checking in with ourselves. We went on to our appearance, putting on our secret armor, putting on that full strength suit that no one really knows is your superpower. And now we go on to R, repetition. Confidence comes with repetition. You see, allowing yourself grace to know this is the first time I'm doing this is the secret to being the person who's doing it the 1,000th time. Repetition means you constantly face this fear. Confidence grows. When I determined to become a speaker, I told myself, I'm going to be in front of people quite often. Therefore, I will get better. The first time I attempted to speak a foreign language, it did not sound great. However, by the 1,000th try, it's encoded in my brain. I feel confidence when I speak. I feel confidence every time I do that thing that I fear. With repetition, you also realize your strengths and, more importantly, your weaknesses. Confidence also comes from knowing your weaknesses. Knowing your weaknesses are powerful because once you can identify these items, you have the power to change them. You have the power to hone that skill. You have the power to own that narrative. So let's repeat. Confidence, care. C, check in with yourself. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? How do I want to feel? We carried on to A, appearance. Put on that armor of that beautiful bold red, that blue that catches your heart, or that favorite hairstyle, because that's one of your armors. We went on to R, repetition, constantly doing that thing. We're learning about ourselves. We're learning about our strengths. We're learning about our weaknesses. We no longer fear that thing because we're in constant motion and understanding that it does take time. With repetition, I had a client ask me, Hope, by my 10th speech, will I present like you? No, you won't. I didn't even present like me by my 10th speech. But it's the fact that you're constantly repeating this effort. And you will get to a point where it's comfortable, you feel confident, and you take it on. Final, with care. E. Now, I need to tell you, John Ball, E is my favorite letter of care. E stands for entertain. Entertain your audience. When speaking, think of the amount of times you've gone into a wonderful Toastmasters session. You're looking forward to engaging with the different voices, the new speakers, and the person is standing there talking like this. Their voice doesn't change, their arms do not move, and you can tell they don't want to be there. For myself, that's not a problem. Because E is the entertainment that I seek to bring to the stage. And with confidence, oh, I'm going to entertain you. Entertain means more than just the song and dance. Entertain means being engaging. Engage me with your words. Engage me with your hand movements. Engage me with your vocal variety. I want to learn the information in an engaging way. And I'm inspired when there's a presenter who is confident to engage their information in a palatable way that inspires me, that brings me in. By asking questions. Engaging is asking questions. I asked in the opening of my speech, what does confidence mean to you? At that point, you're all in. You're listening. You're ready to respond. By engaging you, by asking questions, by smiling. I'm reminded by my father, Benny Williams, who told me, when you smile, the tone of your voice changes. And I know Rupinder has mentioned how he doesn't smile. So this is a call of action to you, Rupinder. Smile. Elisa is great at smiling when she presents. Also, Khushbu smiles in every presentation she gives. I don't know if you know, but I take notes when everyone is presenting because I learn from every other Toastmaster in the room. That's my entertainment. Not only am I speaking to entertain, but I'm being entertained by the bevy of speakers that I actively engage with. Finally, with entertaining, I left you with a few pointers. By engaging, by asking questions, by smiling. Give life to your information. Not all presentations are going to be about confidence or finding resilience through life. However, whatever information we seek to deliver, we can breathe life into. When we feel that we are worthy to stand on the stage, invigorating others with the information that is being passed on to them, the audience feels it, and you feel it too. That grows the confidence within us as speakers. By being entertaining, not only are you giving life to your information, you're creating your life on the stage. We are all worthy to stand and deliver. We are all worthy to be exactly where we are in this moment. And this is a reminder, especially when we're presenting, that the audience is here for you. When we care for ourselves, when we check in with ourselves, when we check in with our appearance, our secret armor, when we know that this will come with repetition, and when we entertain our audience, we're creating these stories that will live on. With that brings our confidence on the stage. Let yourself grow into the speaker that you are born to be. Confidence not only takes time, it's in all of us. It's something that's always there, and it's something that wants to show itself every time we present. Now, I did open with the definition of confidence. To depend on someone or something. Everyone that hears my words, you are worthy of depending on yourself. You are that confidence that is resonating with the words that I'm speaking to you. It comes easy to me because I was forced into child labor and to speak on the phone with this confidence. However, it was always there within me. It was always there to entertain my audience. It was always there to inspire whoever hears any information that I'm here to deliver. Therefore, I know that there's confidence within you all. And I know with your checklist of care, checking in on yourself, your appearance, repetition, and entertaining, that you will be the confidence that you see within me. It is story time. I love to share another story of confidence that will allow you to learn more about me. A lot of what I am sharing with you, I built while working for the airline. I would be in the aisles and in front of passengers every day on the airplane, be it a Boeing 777 or Airbus 320. As that flight attendant, I had to appear confident. I had to appear that I knew my place on the plane. I had to appear like I knew how to get you out of the airplane if something happened. Therefore, that's where I really honed my wings of confidence, because I threw myself into that position. So with the checklist of care, here is a final thought. Put yourself in the position where your confidence has to shine. Put yourself in that uncomfortable place as a speaker where you just have to use your wings to fly, to know that the confidence is always within us. You're listening to me because, of course, Hope is confident, but I know I have even more confidence than her. And I am ready to let it shine. Therefore, take your care checklist. Check in with yourself and let your confidence shine through. And my call of action to you: what do you not feel confident at? Because whatever you don't have your confidence for, it's calling on you to realize it. I ask you to write down something that is calling to you where you lack the confidence. Write it down and seek to inject the confidence that I have just left with you. Where there is confidence, there is never a coincidence. And with that, again, write down what you do not feel confident at, because confidence is key. And you have it within you to conquer the skill, the talent, or that thing that is lacking within you. I now close my keynote and open to any questions from the audience.
And if there are any questions, please let Hope know. Or you could provide questions in the chat box. And I think Soumya will read them out for you.
In fact, let me just call randomly on some people. And I ask, Rupinder, you always have a question. Can you pose a question about confidence that maybe I would be able to assist you with?
I am in awe of your speech, first of all. And the one thing that I will remember, it's the one thing that I've been getting wrong in my speeches at times, is about appearance. Now, I do have a favorite dress. And I do, when I wear it, there is confidence. A lot of you have seen it. I wear a red turban with a red tie. And I've often made this decision, rather stupid decision, that, I'm going to save it for the finals. So on before the finals, before, let's say, at the division level, I wear something else. And guess what? I'll not make it to the final. So that is a new learning for me. So thank you for sharing that, Hope. Now, since you asked me to ask you a question, how is it that you manage to smile throughout your speech? Does it come naturally, or does it come with practice? Because God knows I've tried to smile, and God knows that I have failed.
Thank you, Rupinder. Excellent question, which is a three-part answer for me. Does it come naturally? Yes. I genuinely love to smile. I'm grateful for waking up today in a blessed state with health in my body. That's first. Secondly, going back to my father, there was a lot of attention and effort put into my dental work. I had almost 4 years of braces and consistently in the dentist. Therefore, I love to show my smile at every chance that I could have. Lastly, it is something I trained myself to do. When I spoke to you about entertaining your audience, smiling is something that I work on. It's a skill that I took with me with customer service, especially on the plane. I learned you can tell anyone anything if you have a smile. Therefore, it is a trained skill. It is something that does take a bit time and repetition and constantly checking in with yourself. It can become somewhat uncomfortable at times. However, it was drilled into me as I was a young child to smile because it does change the tone of my voice. Therefore, it is a skill that I practiced at this present time. It's permanently within me and my teeth are beautiful. So it's a skill. I practiced it and I am just showing off my dental work all at the same time. Thank you, Rupinder, for that question. I believe there's a question in the chat. Let's just see. I see Deanna has posted something. Okay, let's see. I see Anju has sent a question. Thank you, Anju. How do you maintain your confidence if you go blank in between your speech? And that is a fantastic question. Thank you, Anju. Maintaining your confidence is within yourself. And I say that because if you go blank, the audience doesn't really know. They may feel you just have an extended pause. If you go blank, sit with that extended pause. Understand you will get back on track and pick up where you left off. The audience has a fleeting mind. Therefore, I don't know what the audience is thinking. However, oftentimes they're not thinking, well, why did she pause? They just pick up where you left off. If you become blank, again, and you're standing on stage and you're lacking the confidence because, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. That happened to me during this presentation. I took the moment, I took a breath, I smile extra big, and I keep going. And I will tie that into Rupinder's question. Smiling is always the best mile marker. It's always great to smile. If you forget what you were saying, if you lose your space, or if your confidence is shooken up because you forgot some information. Smile, arrange your thoughts, and go right into the next thought. Because again, the audience doesn't know, and they really just want to hear what you have to provide. Therefore, if you go blank, again, smile, take a breath, arrange your thoughts, and continue on. Thank you, Anju, for that question. It was fantastic. And I hope I was able to concisely answer your question. Thank you. I do breathe deeply all the time, Deanna. And
Hope, I have a question for you.
yes. Yes.
Have you ever had a time in your life where your confidence was shaken? And if so, how did you overcome the challenge?
Thank you, Elisa. Wow. Okay. Great question. Have I ever had a time when my confidence was shaken? Yes. I know I seem like this confidence robot. However, I'm a human just like you. When my confidence is shaken, I seek something deeper within me. Therefore, for myself, when I've been in positions where my confidence was shaken, I often think of something like my parents or my father or these entities that helped shape me and words that they might have said to me. So if I ever did not feel completely immersed in confidence and security, I have about 3 things that I use to acquire that footing again. So it's usually a word from my parents, the strength in myself, or reflecting on knowing that I've been able to get out of most things, even being kicked out and banned from a country for a year. Therefore, I can always recalibrate and get right back on track. That's a great question, Elisa. And I will also add this. I will fake it till I make it. If I was ever that shook up, I will just somewhat pretend that I'm still in that confident state until it starts to overtake me. So think of the presences in your life. Think of something deeper, whether it's a religious figure, something spiritual, or a mantra or meditation briefly. And lastly, remind yourself you can get through it. You are more than you think you are, and we're all capable of accomplishing more than we know. I hope I efficiently answered your question, Elisa.
Yes, thanks so much, Hope. I thought that was a great response.
You're welcome. I see. Okay.
I have a question for you, Hope.
Yes. Yes.
Different people have different ways of preparing for the keynote.
Yes.
I know that I like to sing before I do a keynote because I want to get my vocal cords in order, and singing also helps me overcome my nervousness. Do you also have some sort of a ritual that you perform before you go on stage? And is it okay to have rituals like that?
Wow, that's a great question. Thank you, Rupinder. How sophisticated. I did not know that you would have such sophistication. Yes, rituals. I do have rituals that I maintain prior to presenting. My first ritual is sitting in silence with either water or tea. Just silence for me helps me hear myself, helps me quiet any noise that may be in my head or the chatter, and identify what that chatter is. Therefore, the first is to hydrate. Typically, it's a green tea or still water. Sitting in silence. 4, that was 2. Sitting in silence, performing a mantra or meditating is a big therapy for me, which I do prior to when I speak, just to, again, calm myself, center myself, and solidify positive phrases within myself. And finally, I like to journal. So I will journal that I am an efficient speaker. I am an exceptional communicator. I am well prepared and ready for what I am about to face. With those 4 items, it seals in all of the confidence, all of the positivity, and all of the uplifting energy I need to present and be in front of anyone. And that first started while I was flying. Being around passengers would often be sometimes uncomfortable. Therefore, when I would sit, hydrate, meditate, pray, and then journal how I see myself, I was well prepared to present. I really appreciate this question because this is pivotal with anything. I do believe a bit of a routine helps. It helps to calm the nerves, and the red lipstick helps as well. As I said, just the red color is one of my strengths, and I have it all over me today. Therefore, I am ready to go into action. Thank you, Rupinder, for that question. And I do have another question for Sheila McIntyre. Thank you for the question, and I will answer it at this time. How do you work to prevent confidence from being cocky? That I don't know. I think there's a very subtle line between confidence and cocky. And to me, it has more to do with the intention. My intention is never to harm someone with words or with how I show up. For me, that is the difference between confidence and arrogance or cockiness. I truly believe that I am worthy and enough to share this information with you. And I show up as such. Now, I would not take that to a space and say, you don't talk because you aren't as good as such and such. That is not in my intention at all. In fact, my intention is only to inspire and speak with the confidence which is within me. Therefore, Sheila, I believe the secret to confidence, not arrogance or cockiness, is intention. If your intention is to believe in yourself, if your intention is to believe in your words, and if your intention is to believe in the information you are seeking to deliver, then that is true confidence. When the intention changes is when I believe the arrogance or cockiness comes into the picture. So it comes down to intention for myself. And thank you for that question, because that may be another speech. And that is an excellent question. Thank you, Diana. I see you got courage. I do. I love courage. I believe I grow with courage. And with that red, which is my power color, I have the courage to say, thank you for allowing me to be the premier speaker for our keynote speaker series. I hope I have implemented strategies to keep confidence with you at all times with your care checklist. And I am always here if you have any questions or would like help finding the confidence within you. At this time, I will now hand control of the meeting back to our Toastmaster of the day, Sumya.
Thanks, Hope, for such